Picture this, a sudden halt to government operations, with countless federal workers facing the axe in a wave of mass layoffs. That's the stark reality brewing if Congress doesn't step up and pass funding before the deadline looms. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this just political brinkmanship or a necessary wake-up call for fiscal responsibility? Stick around, because the details might surprise you and challenge what you think about how our government really functions. Democracy dies in darkness. The clock is ticking. Federal funding is set to expire next week unless lawmakers take decisive action. Updated September 25, 2025 at 6:13 p.m. EDT, 8min read: the administration at the White House is gearing up federal departments for extensive job cuts in the event of a government shutdown hitting us next week. This creates fresh doubts about which essential services might shutter and which could remain operational if appropriations dry up on October 1st. For those new to this, a government shutdown occurs when Congress fails to approve spending bills, leading to non-essential government activities pausing. Think parks closing, certain benefits halting, and agencies operating on skeleton crews. It's like hitting the pause button on the machinery of democracy, but with real-world impacts on everyday Americans, from delayed passport renewals to stalled research projects. And this is the part most people miss. Not all shutdowns are created equal. Some argue they're a tool for forcing negotiations, while others see them as reckless gambles that hurt the economy and vulnerable populations. What if, for instance, critical health services or national security operations get disrupted? It's a debate that pits political strategy against public welfare, and it begs the question, should we tolerate these high-stakes standoffs or demand better from our leaders? Most read: 1. Tara Kopp, Dan Lamothe, Alex Horton, Ellen Nakashima, and Noah Robertson Hegseth. Orders rare, urgent meeting of hundreds of generals, admirals. https time, washingtonpost.com/national security/2025/Hegseth Generals Quantico meeting. 2. Perry Stein, Salvador Rizzo, and Jeremy Roebuck. Former FBI Director James Comey indicted amid Trump push to prosecute foes. https time, washingtonpost.com/national security/2025/James Comey indictment, FBI Director, Justice Department. 3. Washington Post staff, the 101 greatest movies, songs, books, artworks, and more about Washington, D.C. https washingtonpost.com/entertainment/interactive/2025 DC District Columbia Music Movies Art. 4. Shira Ovid, how to get a refund from the Amazon Prime settlement. https washingtonpost.com technology/2025/09/refund, how to get Prime settlement. https://www.washingtonpost.com/interactive/2025/extra.tax/NPS. So, www.washingtonpost.com/wellness/2025/09/vaccines dementia risk reduction. What do you think? Is preparing for mass firings in a shutdown a prudent precaution or an overreach that undermines trust in government? Do you agree that these political games are worth the risk to public services? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear differing viewpoints and spark a conversation.